Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates and the monthly Star Wars news roundup together with Alex from Star Wars Explained. Let's start off with the June Star Wars gaming news. Most of the news comes from EA Play earlier this month, so let's start off with Battlefront 2. First of all, they showed off the second part of the solo season, which is now live, including the new Kessel map, 5 new skins, Extraction, and Lando's Falcon. But the stuff that got people really excited was the future updates coming beyond June, and this was then later complemented with a roadmap that actually placed these things into an actual time slot. So starting off in July, we're getting a new Hero Starfighter game mode, as well as a couple of game improvements, but the really big stuff that a lot of people have been waiting for is obviously the new heroes, and they confirmed that Obi-Wan Kenobi and General Grievous is coming to the game together with Anakin Skywalker and Count Dooku. Obi-Wan and General Grievous will be coming this fall, and Anakin and Count Dooku will unfortunately not be coming until this winter. A new large-scale game mode is also coming, which is non-linear, and you will also be capturing command posts. That is coming this fall, together with a new squad system to fit with that game mode, as well as clone trooper appearances and hero appearances. And lastly, Geonosis is also coming, which is also for winter later this year. Moving on, Respawn Entertainment shared a couple of details regarding their Star Wars game that has so far been unknown. It's called Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and it will be released in holiday 2019. They did not give us a lot of details about the game other than the fact that it's a single-player action-adventure game, and it takes place right after episode 3, and you will be playing as a Padawan. More details on that game will not be arriving until next year, unfortunately, and they did not show any footage or concept art during their reveal. Galaxy of Heroes have gotten a couple of events, bug fixes, and content updates as always, including the young Lando, L3 and Lando's Falcon. But in other Star Wars gaming news, it's fairly quiet for June, so now over to movie and lore news with Alex.
Thanks, Elliot. The biggest movie news story lately would probably be about the Star Wars story films. Collider reported that Lucasfilm is putting all of them on hold to focus on the trilogy by Rian Johnson and the series by the Game of Thrones showrunners, but then Disney came back and said that wasn't the case and that plenty of movies are still in development, which is all still very vague, and then The Hollywood Reporter claimed it was all just a reevaluation of strategy, and frankly, I don't know what's true and what isn't. Personally, I very much want the Kenobi movie, but I wouldn't mind if in the future every Star Wars film were more centered around telling us about the major events in galactic history, leaving the books and comics to flesh out the details. I think that could lead to our books and comics telling bigger stories instead of our movies feeling smaller, which to me sounds good. But that's just my speculation, I have no clue what's really happening. But speaking of that Rian Johnson trilogy, that is still moving forward according to producer Ron Bergman. He says to expect the first one no earlier than 2 years from now, but that sounds a little soon to me. 3 years sounds more likely, which would make it 2 years after episode 9.
Thank you, Alex. That brings this video to an end. If you're interested in more lore and movie stuff, make sure to check out Alex's channel in the description below and subscribe if you aren't already. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.